Kunda Vihara. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhara. Gopi Jana Vallabha Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhara. Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Radha Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhara. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhara. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhara. Gopi Jana Vallabha Yasoda Nandana Radha Yasoda Nandana Yamuna Tira Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama,
Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishna Prabhupada Satyam Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Shimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnanam Jnana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamaya Dati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Sri Juta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sadvadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Visakambitam Shah He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namaste Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivashati Gaura Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Hare Krishna. Again, would like to thank the devotees who have come this evening and who are also watching live. In the next few days, to prepare ourselves for the upcoming next festival, which will be the observance of Lord Nrisimhadev. It says that Lord Nrisimhadev is none other than Krishna. There are three personalities or so, totally four. Lord Krishna, Lord Ram, Lord Nrisimhadev, and Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. They're none different. Even though we've heard that the original personality of Godhead, who is the origin of everyone and everything, is Lord Krishna. But in terms of potency, there's no difference between Lord Krishna, Lord Ram, Lord Nrisimhadev, and Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Of course, we've heard Lord Krishna has parents, Who are the parents of Lord Krishna? Huh?
Mother Shidananda.
Yes. Mother Yasodananda Maharaj or Mother Devaki and Vasudev. How about Lord Ram? Who are the parents of Lord Ram? Hmm? And Kausalya. How about Lord Chaitanya?
Jagannath Mishra, Sakshi Devi.
Yeah. How about Lord Nrisimhadev? He doesn't have any parent, isn't it? He came from a pillar. Yeah. Unborn. Unborn. Aja. Unborn or Aja. So it says also that Lord Nrisimhadev, you've seen the chakra in Jagannath Puri, the flag, yeah, or yes, the chakra, Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra, and then there's a chakra. So that chakra is another than Lord Nrisimhadev as well, for protection. Lord Nrisimhadev is the Lord of protection. When Srila Prabhupada was sick, so he taught his disciples these prayers to Lord Nrisimhadev, and he asked all the temples all over the world to sing this prayer for the health, to protect the spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada. And we also have Lord Nrisimhadev deity in Siddha Mayapur, Ugra Nrsimha, Prahlad Nrsimha. Ugra means angry. There are different forms of Lord Nrisimhadev, but as far as we heard, he's half man, half lion. Yes? And we've been to Ahobilam. How many of you have been to Ahobilam? Oh, very good. Ahobilam is a place of Lord Nrisimhadev. Nine forms of Lord Nrisimhadev. And typically, if one can have darshan of the Lord in one day, one is considered to be very fortunate. And you have to climb up to the mountain and walk through the streams, body of water. It's very austere. But many devotees have been there, and we have a nice temple as well in Ahobilam. In different parts of the South India, there are many forms of Lord Nrisimhadev, deities of Lord Nrisimhadev. Some are very located in an obscured way, very difficult to find. We have a friend, Dhruva Prabhu. He wrote now 2 books, The Lost Temples of Lord Nrisimhadev, and the other one is another book he just launched, The Yoga of Love. The God of Love. God of Love. Because he is the protector. Without love, one cannot protect. So Lord Nrisimhadev is like that. And all of these different incarnations, it says that the incarnations of the Supreme Lord is compared to waves in an ocean. In the ocean. You cannot count how many waves there are in the ocean. So similarly, the Lord appears in many forms. And as there are how many species of life?
8,400,000.
Yeah, 8,400,000. 8,400,000. That means as there are many species of life, there are different kinds. There are also as many different features of the Supreme Lord. In different species, the Lord also appears. Like snake, the Lord appears in the snake. You know who's the snake incarnation? Ananta. Ananta says. How about in boar incarnation? I agree. Hmm. How about in fish?
Matsya.
Matcha. Yes. How about in tortoise? Gurma. Yes. So different forms of the Supreme Lord. Even as a swan, Hansa. Hmm? So is there, or a horse? Who's the horse incarnation? I agree. I agree. The the one who um, there is this Madhu, who stole the Vedas.
Yeah,
Demon, Madhu demon. So I agree. Retrieve the Vedas. So there are many incarnations of the Supreme Lord. Some are considered to be guna avatars. Avatar means one who descends from the spiritual world. Um, the Supreme Lord is always present in the spiritual world, but from time to time he will come. And according to the Bhagavad Gita, to establish the principles of religion, yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyutanam adharmasya tadatmanam sijami aham. Or to protect his devotees and to annihilate the demons. Paritranaya sadhunam vinasaya sadushritam dharma samstapanartaya sambhavami yuge yuge. But ultimately, he says that the Supreme Lord will come to the material world to attract us by performing his pastimes, to attract the conditioned souls. Because our main disease, according to Srila Prabhupada, is that we have forgotten Krishna. This is our main disease. We have forgotten Krishna and we still continue to forget Krishna. And others, they deny the existence of Krishna. And others, they would like to be Krishna. So there is this one demon. His name is Hiranyakashipu. Actually, in the very beginning of creation, there were the two brothers. Both are demons, Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu. The king of demons is Hiranyakashipu. Means he likes Srimad Bhagavatam. Before we go and describe the pastimes of Lord Nrisimhadev, we want to find out what is the origin. Because King Parikshit, who is the emperor of the world 5,000 years ago, he asked a question to whom? Shukadev Goswami. We were reading that this morning. Practically the whole seventh canto talks about the pastimes of Lord Nrisimhadev. Up to text, or what is this? 12 chapters. It's amazing how the major part of the seventh canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam is the description of Lord Nrisimhadev and Prahlad Maharaj. Prahlad Maharaj, who is a young boy, uh, merely like 5-year-old boy. This is the favorite topic of Bhaktisiddhanta Sarasvati Thakur. When he was in Jagannath Puri, he will ask, excuse me, he will ask his associate two main subjects from the Srimad Bhagavatam, Dhruva Maharaj and Prahlad Maharaj, this story. Both are 5 years old. Is 5-year-old is a magic age. Because it says, Prabhupada even says also that by the age of 5, then the child will start to understand almost the consciousness is developed. Start to ask many, many questions. Pita, what is this? Mata, what is this? Hmm? To be inquiring. But these two boys, Dhruva Maharaj and Prahlad, is one of the Mahajans, Prahlad Maharaj. Swayambhu Narado Shambhu, Pralado Janako Bhishmo, Kapilo. Was that? Yeah, Kapil. Balir Baya Saki Bayam. Janaka Bhishmo Balir Baya Saki Bayam. So he's one of the 12 Mahajans, Prahlad Maharaj. 5-year-old boy. What is a Mahajan? Mahajan means authority of Dharma. They know Dharma. So Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur also, this is his favorite subject. And we always trying to discuss all the time. Dhruva Maharaj Leela and Prahlad Maharaj Leela. Same with Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Jagannath Puri. Except in later days, or very few that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will discuss about the conjugal love pastimes between Radha and Krishna and the gopis. So, Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha, the origin of them is that of Jai and Vijay. They are the chokidars. That means they're the guardians in the Vaikunta. Vaikunta. There are 7 gates leading to, before one can enter Vaikunta. Just like in South India, we've been to this place. There are also many gates. Was that temple? No, Tirupati. Huh? Yeah, Srirangam. Excuse me. That's the place where Gopal Bhatt Goswami's family, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And before entering, before having darshan of the Lord, you have to take bath in different wells. I remember that place. It's near the sea, isn't it?
Rameshwaram.
Is it Rameswaram?
Yeah.
It's Rameswaram. Srirangam, Rameswaram. Excuse me, my throat is like. Rameswaram? Is it Rameswaram?
Bath is Rameshwaram.
Yeah.
The number of gates is Srirangam.
Even Tirumala Tirupati also we have like at least not that many, but at least we have like 3 to 4 silver.
Is that the temple where Lord Narayan is lying down?
Srirangam.
See, that's Srirangam. Srirangam. There are 3 doors?
Yes.
Yeah? No. Because this is very unstable. Yeah. And but by the time you finish your bath and you have darshan of the Lord, you're completely dried
Yeah.
because of the heat.
Yes.
It's a very special place, Srirangam. So, yes, similarly in the spiritual world, before one can enter the spiritual world, you have to pass through these 7 gates. So the story goes, in the first chapter of the 7th canto, King Parikshit was asking a question in the first verse, that he was questioning that whether the Lord is partial or impartial. Because why did he kill? Why did he kill? Yes, he says here, my dear Brahmana, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vishnu, being everyone's well-wisher, is equal and extremely dear to everyone. How then did he become partial like a common man for the sake of Indra and thus kill Indra's enemies? Who are the enemies of King Indra? The demons. The demons. How can a person equal to everyone be partial to someone and inimical towards others? Yes, for Krishna, he's not affected. Even if he kills the demons, they also get liberated. Liberation is there. But for the devotees, they also get liberated. But their liberation is different. Their liberation is that they attain their eternal Swarup form and they serve the Lord eternally, full of knowledge and bliss in the spiritual world. Now, the demons, they also get liberated. But their liberation is different. Sayuja. But some, like Putana, who's Putana? Who's Putana?
Putana is the demon who killed Krishna after his first.
She tried. She disguised. See, these Rakshasas or these demons, they're expert in disguising. Even though they look like very fierce in their original form, or the original form of Putana is like 17 kilometers from ISKCON, east of Kailash, to Connaught Place. It's quite distance, right? So, but they can disguise, and she was like she disguised herself like a denizen from the heavenly planets. No one stopped her, even Mother Yasoda and other Brajabasis. So, but she attained. She wanted to feed Krishna with milk from her breast, but she anointed her breast with poison. So her intention is to feed Krishna, even though behind it is that she wanted to kill Krishna. So Krishna reciprocate. Oh, she wanted to be like my mother. She wanted to feed me with her milk. Okay, I will fulfill that. So Krishna sucked her breast and he took the milk, including her life air. And therefore, she attained a position just like a nurse in the spiritual world. But not all demons are like that. So, how is it that this seemingly Krishna is being impartial? How is it that he would kill someone and somebody he will protect? But for Krishna, he's not affected. He's beyond this. As we were reading this morning, that sometimes the sattva or mode of goodness is prominent, and therefore, if one is in that position, then he is like godly, demigod, like almost having good qualities of the Supreme Lord. And if tamagun and rajagun is more prominent, then one is like a rakshasa or a demon. So it's not up to Krishna that one becomes a demon or a demigod. It depends on how we utilize our independent, minute independence, our what you call free will. That's the word, free will. There's what you call free will. Krishna doesn't interfere with our decision, even though he knows our decision, what we will do. Just like your decision to come here to the mandir and hear about Lord Nrisimhadev, Krishna did not interfere. He could have told you, okay, why don't you just go somewhere else? No, but the option is there. The option is there. Shall I go to the mandir and hear about Lord Nrisimhadev, or shall I go to some of my so-called friends and so-called enjoy with them? No, you could have gone that direction, isn't it? So Krishna does not interfere. That means he is beyond the gunas, but we are. under the gunas, the modes of material nature. And therefore, Krishna reciprocates accordingly. Seemingly, he's under the modes of nature, but he's not. He is not. So, when Lord Krishna gives liberation both to the demons and to the devotees, it is for the good of the individuals. Either they are demons or devotees. If Krishna kills the demons, it is for their own benefit. It's like all the soldiers, the kings and princes who had darshan of Lord Krishna in Jyotisar, in Kurukshetra, even the enemies, they all attained moksha. Not just the Pandavas, but everyone, even on the side of Duryodhana, they also attained moksha. If Krishna is impartial, then they will not get anything. They will not even go to the heavenly planets. They will attain moksha because they had darshan of the Lord when they died. Similarly, Bhishma Dev is like that. Bhishma, Pitamaha, who is grandfather of the Pandavas and the Kauravas, both, his desire is to have darshan of the Lord at the time of death. And Krishna fulfilled that. Even though his relationship is that of chivalry, virya, chivalry. He wants to see Krishna angry. This is what he wants. That even when he was shooting arrows, Krishna accepted it as like offering of flowers. So Krishna accepts everything. But it doesn't mean we should be in that kind of mood. But if that is our relationship, Krishna will accept still. Like Shishupal. Shishupal always criticizing Lord Krishna. But there was a sound vibration at the time of Shishupal's birth that the first person that your child will have darshan, he will be the cause of his death. Yeah?
Yeah.
So when Krishna came, then the mother please spare my child. But that is the omen, that is the sign that this person, Krishna, will be the cause. And Krishna says, okay, I'll spare him 100 times. Right from the very beginning, he was envious, he was criticizing, he was so much blaspheming Krishna. But Krishna will always forgive him, only up to the 100th time. That 100th time was at the time of the Rajasuya sacrifice of Yudhishthira Maharaj after the battle of Kurukshetra, because Yudhishthira Maharaj was feeling very guilty. He was feeling inside bad that, I was the cause of the death of millions, not thousands, millions of soldiers. So I have to somehow pacify their family by performing Rajasuya sacrifice. And Shishupal, it was mentioned here also. Shishupal, he was criticizing Krishna. You don't even know who he is. Is he a Vaishya? Yeah, because his parents from Vrindavan. Is he a Satriya? We don't even know who he is. Is he a Brahmana? We don't know. But actually, it's the indirectly he was glorifying Lord Krishna, according to the acharyas, because Krishna is beyond Varna and Ashram. He's beyond this. Krishna inside and outside is the same, no difference. For us, our external body is not the same as our internal position. That means who we are. We're spirit soul. We're not this body. But we tend to identify with the body, and that is our disease. So Sishupal, everyone, he says he cannot be the first person to be worshipped, because in Rajasuya, to inaugurate, the first is the worship of the most exalted personality, the most exalted personality. So everyone is saying should be Krishna, 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 Krishna. Only in the end that Shishupal says no, he should not be. So everyone became so upset. Why is he saying this? And therefore, because of his offense like that, and to not spoil the sacrifice, he cut the head of Shishupal with his chakra, and not one drop of blood came out. Because if one blood spilled in that arena, then the whole sacrifice will be spoiled. Now everyone saw there was a light came inside the body of Lord Krishna from Shishupal. Seems to be temporarily thus that he attained Sayuja Mukti. But then after that, he was reinstated. He was reinstated again to the position of the Chokidar, security guard in Vaikunta. So that's how the story goes. The first living beings created by Lord Brahma were the four Kumaras, Char Kumaras, Sanat Kumar, Sanak, Sanatan. So these Kumaras are Brahmavadis. What's a Brahmavadi? A Brahmavadi means they understood, they realized the Brahman feature of the Supreme Lord. The Supreme Lord has three features: Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan. So this Brahman means the light, the effulgence. They're not completely self-realized. Only the pure devotees of the Lord, they are completely self-realized. They are realized, but not complete. Because if one realizes Bhagavan, then their realization is complete. Brahman or Paramatma by the yogis, they meditate and super soul within one's heart, still not complete. So they are free to travel anywhere in the universe. They can even go enter up to the Vaikunta, the gates of Vaikunta. And because they are very, very old, but they still look like 5-year-olds, 5-year-old boys. Completely. It's like a child. You cannot stop a child from going here and there, right? It's like they have a free access everywhere. You cannot stop them. You stop them, they will make a noise. They will cry. So, but because even though they're very old, they still look like young. How is that? Because of their being celibate. They were first asked by Lord Brahma, their father, to procreate, to expand the population of the universe. Lord Brahma is the father, so he should be followed. His instructions should be followed. But the Charkumara says, no, we don't want to do that. In the Bhagavatam, Prabhupada says in the purport that of all the instructions coming from the spiritual master, everyone should follow. If the guru says jump, you should ask how high. But there is one instruction that one not necessarily can be followed. And this is when the guru says you should get married. And the guru may say that because knowingly, of course, maybe testing only. So the disciple can say, no, Guruji, I don't want to get married. And that is not an offense. That is like disobeying the orders of the spiritual master. Second offense, right? In chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, to disobey the orders of the spiritual master. Because this spiritual master's instruction should be our life and soul. Whatever Prabhupada says, we should follow. No argument. Is black and white, no gray, no gray area. We should not speculate, oh, I think Prabhupada says it like this. No. If Prabhupada says it's black, it should be black. The Shastra says, if the Guru says it is daytime, it is night, and it is night, you should accept, yes, Guruji, it is daytime. This is the absolute words of the spiritual master, because he's a biomedium, he's a representative of the Supreme Lord. So the four Kumaras remain celibate all their lives, millions and millions and millions and millions of years old, and they still look like 5-year-old boys. So when they tried to enter the seventh gate, and they saw these two chowkidars. Now, these chowkidars are not like our chowkidars in India, always sleeping. They're alert, very alert. If you're not supposed to be here, you're not supposed to be here. But then, how can they reach up to that far if they're not supposed to be there? So they were saying, these are just young boys. What are you doing here? Oh, we want to see Lord Narayan. He said, no, you cannot enter. Oh, you are very impudent. You are very arrogant. You're not supposed to be in this position. You should not supposed to be under the modes of material nature. How come you have this nature which is seemingly under the modes of nature? You're not supposed to be there. So therefore, we encourage you to take birth in the material world. Meanwhile, Lord Narayan is understanding what's going on. So he came out, and still he asked what's going on. So the Charkumaras describe what's going on. See, the master is always responsible on the behavior of the disciple or the servants. It's like if you have a dog and your dog beat her, who's gonna get punished? The dog or you? You. Because it's your responsibility for the dog to be trained. Yeah? The police will not punish the dog. You will get the ticket. You will have to pay the fine, or she has to go to the hospital. You have to pay all the bills. Hospital, not the dog. So similarly, whatever the disciples' activities, it reflects the spiritual master. That's why Prabhupada says to his disciples, you must be very careful, because everyone will be going towards me. It's like in India, especially. So he trained his disciples in that way, carefully. Because in India, when you eat with your right hand. Yeah? Maybe in the West, you eat in left hand. Do you? Yeah? No, you cannot do that in India. That's not good. Because right hand means sochi, and left hand means mochi. Right? So if you eat in the left hand in India, Whose disciple is he? Who is his guru? He's not being trained up properly. Yeah. So in America, I don't know. It's like a trend, right? From the early age, they start to use the left hand. But once, sometimes I've seen devotees, even in India, they chanted with their left hand. Just Prabhuji, why are you chanting your left hand? I'm a left-hander. No, 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 no. You chant with your right hand, even if you're left-hander. So Narayan accepted the curse. He told the Charkumars, whatever you wanted them to do, I will agree. I will agree. So now the Charkumars, no, our dear Lord, you please decide what to do. You're the Lord. You're the master of everyone. You should tell us what to do. Well, I agree with you, because there are stories how it came unto this. That one time, Lakshmi Devi, she left Vaikuntha for some reason. Now she wanted to enter back, and Jayambijay stopped her. No, you cannot return. So how can you do that? She's the eternal consort of Lord Narayan, and you're stopping her. What kind of intelligence do you have? Now there's another story is that Jai and Vijay, they're talking. And they said, oh yeah, they're talking about how Lord is so loving, so compassionate, so kind to his devotees. But they never heard of Lord Narayan fighting with the demons. They never heard, because in Vaikuntha there's no demons. Are there demons in Vaikuntha?
No.
No, only in the material world, right? So yeah, we've never seen. We wish to see how Lord Narayan can fight with the demons. So Lord Narayan knew the mentality, and who else can fight with Lord Narayan? I mean, these demons like mosquitoes. It's like, you can flick with one flick. Krishna is like an elephant. He will just smash them. So no one can really fight. And to experience this fighting spirit of the Supreme Lord, then he made an arrangement whereby none other than his devotees will play the role as demons. So the Charkumaras gave them an assurance that they will also return. Lord Narayan actually gave the assurance, don't worry, they will go down, but they will return also. And then the Kumaras, they felt guilty. Why they will be the cause of them going down. They admitted also their defects, that we also became overwhelmed. So they were given choice to take birth 7 times as devotees or 3 times as demons. And so they talk with each other. Jai and Vijay, what shall we do now? We want to go back as soon as possible to our service. We don't mind to be demons. So they told Narayan, Lord Narayan, we don't mind to take birth as demons. Which is more important, the position or the service? The position being demons or the service that they have to render? The service. So sometimes Prabhupada also is very lenient. A devotee will commit an offense and he will reinstate them immediately so that the service will be covered up. Even he's a head pujari. This happened in Vrindavan. He's a head pujari and he committed an offense. The devotees were surprised. He was reinstated within 6 months or even less than that, because the service is more important. Yeah. That doesn't mean, though, that we should take advantage of that. We should always be very careful in our dealings, especially with the devotees. Vaishnava aparad is the worst aparad. That's why that is the number one offense also in chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, to blaspheme the devotees who dedicated their lives in the propagation of the chanting of the holy name. And the greatest is Guru Aparad, because he is the embodiment of all the brahmanas or devotees. He's the topmost devotee, the spiritual master. So, our dear Lord, you don't mind taking birth as demons. So now it has been fulfilled. And another reason for this, these are all interconnected. They're all interconnected. To prove the words of his devotees is always true. Because later on, we've heard from this story that Prahlad Maharaj, when he says something, Lord Krishna fulfilled. When he was asked, where is your Lord? He's everywhere. He's everywhere. Yeah. And then when Hiranyakashipu asked, is he in the pillar? Yes, also. So to fulfill. And also Narad Muni being the spiritual master. Very powerful. There's so many nice lessons we will be able to hear, and it should be applied. Not just hearing is good, but better than hearing is the application. So we'll try to cover that. So in the meantime, the mother of Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha is who? Diti. They're two sisters, Diti and Aditi. Aditi, she's the mother of demigods. Aditi and Kashyapa. Yes. So these are all in the Srimad Bhagavatam. So now, these two demons, how is that? These demons took birth because of, what was the name of the husband of Diti? Kashyapa Muni. Diti became lusty, and that time her lusty desires were so intense that even while Kashyapa Muni was performing his meditation, he was disturbed by Diti. And Kashyapa Muni says, no, this is not the right time, because this time is like when the agents or followers or servants of Lord Shiva is roaming around. This time is like the twilight or dusk. That means between the day is almost over and the night is about to begin to start. I always remember this. I cannot find this because before there is this city from dusk to dawn, and I can remember this dusk. So Kashyapa Muni says, no, this is not the time. It's not the time. But what to do? He doesn't want to also disappoint Diti, so he get carried also, and therefore that was the cause of the demons taking birth. It's not auspicious. Prabhupada says also that for the grihastas to have good progeny, they should prepare their mind. They should chant at least 50 rounds before the conception of a child, so that because of the consciousness, both of the husband and wife should be pure. However, this happened, and Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu took birth. And we know the story from the third canto, yeah, when Barahadev, Hiranyaksha is very arrogant, is very proud. He was challenging everyone to fight. No one dared to fight. So to disturb the whole system in the universe, the planet Earth was submerged and went to the lowest region of our planetary system, the universe. And there's only one person who can take them out. That's why Baraha appeared with his tusk. It's comparing like Srila Prabhupada coming to the West, and he went to the greatest city of the world, New York, that time. And the one he saved also, no one dared to go there. No one went to go there. No one dared. I remember going to that place in the Bowery. That's the first place that Prabhupada went. So many alcoholics, drug addicts, early in the morning. You see all of them lying in the ground. So only mercy incarnation of Lord Nityananda can do this, Srila Prabhupada. So compared to Varahadev, in the form, Lord, the Supreme Lord, in the form of a boar or a pig, because of his task, he went to the lowest, considered to be a hellish place. And he's the only one who can save. So there was a fight because Hiranyaksha didn't like this. You're challenging me by trying to save planet Earth. So there was a big fight between Hiranyaksha and Lord Varahadev. It says in the Bhagavatam there are two forms of Varahadev, two colors, Sweta and one is reddish. A different kalpa again. And Hiranyaksha got killed by Varaha. So now, even Hiranyakashipu was very, 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 very angry, very upset. But he's trying to control himself. He's trying to control it in such a way that he trying to solace his family members. They're all crying in grief. Crying in grief. You see, Hiranyakashipu, he knows the Vedas. He knows the science of the soul. He knows we're not this body. He knows we are a spirit soul. But one thing he doesn't accept, the supremacy of Lord Vishnu. That's why that is the meaning of demon. Demon knows there is God, but they deny his power. He wants to be God himself. So this is the first part. How many minutes we were talking? About 1 hour. I would like to, even before we got to that, because Hiranyakashipu, he wanted to become immortal. He wanted to become immortal. He wanted to kill Krishna. But to kill Krishna, you have to be immortal. Because he knows the supremacy, but he doesn't accept him. So he wants to be God himself. That's why he performed tapasya. He performed tapasya. In Hobilam, it's on top of the hill. Did you go there on top of the hill? You climbed?
Yes.
Oh. I was so afraid. I cannot go that far. I only went up to the waterfalls, where you can see the place where Hiranyakashipu was killed by Lord Nrisimhadev.
Yeah.
I didn't go up because I'm afraid of heights. To go up, you have to go, and then to go down, you have to go the same thing. I don't think I can do it, but it's like this.
Yeah. Steep.
It's very steep, right? And there's a lot of stones.
And there is no steps.
And there's no steps. And that time my legs really In any case, Hiranyakashipu performed tapasya for a long, long time. Yeah. He's like a great yogi. Yogi performed tapasya. But the purpose of tapasya that Hiranyakashipu is doing is not for spiritual advancement. It's for his own benefit. So when we do tapasya in bhakti, it is to increase our love for Krishna. It's like during Ekadasis, when we perform tapasya, we're doing it for the benefit of Lord Krishna and to increase our love. Hiranyakashipu is the opposite. He wanted to perform tapasya so he'll become strong and that he will never die. So yes, Hiranyakashipu, he performed so great, very big austerity that the whole universe is shaking. It's starting to become really hot. All the demigods, they were all disturbed. And therefore they approached Lord Brahma, because Lord Brahma is the last resort for the demigods, especially when they are in trouble. And they will go to ocean of milk, Kshir Sagar, because this is the place where Lord Narayan or Lord Vishnu, Kshirdakashayi Vishnu resides. No one can see Kshirdakashayi Vishnu, no mortal man. Even Lord Brahma, he cannot see Lord Vishnu, Kshirdakashayi Vishnu. But he can communicate with him. He can say something and he can also receive message. So Lord Vishnu says, after lodging the complaint for help, pleading for help, says, don't worry, in due course of time, I will appear. Lord Brahma, when he came to the place where Hiranyakashipu was performing tapasya, he cannot find anyone because he was covered by ant hill. And he was practically bones. No more flesh, because his flesh was eaten by the ants. He was standing on his toes, not on his 2 feet, but on his toes. And his weight is so heavy that the whole universe is starting to shake. And the heat also are, like increasing and increasing and increasing. Such a great tapasvi, but in the wrong way. So Lord Brahma has cooked kamandalu and he poured some water in that area, and the body of Hiranyakashipu started to emerge, brilliant, effulgent, because of his tapasya. So he was asked to appease, otherwise the whole universe will be destroyed. To appease Is there anything I can do for you? I give you any benediction you like. Please tell me. So Hiranyakashipu says, I want to become immortal. And Lord Brahma says, that is not possible. I am also mortal. How can I give you? So we cannot give something which we don't have. Yeah, we can only give something if we have even a little bit of that something. Yeah. If we don't have bhakti, we cannot give bhakti. But we can give also, even if we don't have. We just repeat the words of Srila Prabhupada. We may not have love for Krishna, but a little inclination of developing that love, even though still we are in the conditioned state. Because if we say, so how can I preach? I'm not perfect. But Prabhupada says, if your message is just repeating what is perfect, coming from the perfect, then your message will be perfect. And our main source is Krishna. So he is the complete perfect, complete whole. So just repeat. So Hiranyakashipu says, okay, can I not die either in land or in water or in this space? Lord Brahma says, yes. That I will not die either day or night. Lord Brahma says, yes. That I will not die either inside or outside. Say yes. That I will not die either by a man, a demigod, or an animal. Say yes. What else?
Bare-handed weapon.
By weapon?
No weapon.
Yeah, by any weapon. Yes, by any weapon. What else?
No ground, no.
Hmm?
No sky.
No, we already mentioned that.
Yeah,
We already mentioned that.
Evening, morning, or night.
Yeah,
mentioned.
I mentioned that also.
Yeah, like
What else? Did I mention everything practically? Yes? Yeah. Yeah. So Lord Brahma says, Tatastu. Yeah? So be it. So be it. Tatastu. Then Hiranyakashipu became so powerful. He took over the position of King Indra. So this happens in the heavenly planets. So in different kalpas, the pastimes happens in earthly planet. It's like in this Ahobilam, we saw the school of Sunda and Amarka. The school is a big slab of stone, very big, very, very big. And then that stone is like, once you go a little bit here, that's the ravine. So I can just imagine. If you can just imagine if they play too hard and they push one boy go to the creek. Yeah, that's the school of Santa and Amarca. So I will stop here now, and tomorrow we can discuss further, especially Prahlad Maharaj, his teachings, because when Hiranyakashipu was doing his tapasya, uh, the wife Kadayu, right? Kadayu, Kayadu. She actually was um, abducted. She was abducted by the demigods mistakenly, that because she was pregnant, and they were thinking that this boy must be a bigger demon than his father. The child within the womb of his wife Kayadu must be a bigger demon. So let's bring her to our ashram. And when she gave birth, then will kill the child. Then Narad Muni, he always come on the right time and the right situation. He has this mystic power. Now there's only one Narad Muni, okay? Because he can go anywhere. He can, not just in this universe, he can go to the other universe, anywhere. He's very special. He can go to the spiritual world. He can go anywhere without passport or visa. Anywhere. So he came. You are mistaken. You do not know who is in the womb of this woman. He's a Mahabhagavat. He's a pure devotee. So let me take care of her. So he brought her to his ashram. Now we don't know of many ashrams, but we know there is one ashram of Narad Muni in Vrindavan, in Govardhan. There is Narada Kund there also, near Kusuma Sarovar, where Narad Muni he also wrote this book, Narad Pancharatriki. He will meditate there. But there is no evidence that that is the place where also Prahlad Maharaj was, while being in the womb of his mother, Narad Muni became pleased by her service that he would narrate Bhagavat Katha towards Prahlad's mother, Kayadu. He heard everything. This is we should learn from this also. There's like the child within the womb, because if the child is actually very, very advanced, then that child can hear. Even if not so advanced, still can hear, but may have forgotten. But remembrance is there with Prahlad Maharaj. He remembered everything, what he learned from Narad Muni. So Narad Muni is his spiritual master. There is no evidence also that we've heard that Narad Muni has the most disciples, but from hearing, Narad Muni has been traveling since time immemorial here and there. He must have the most disciples in any of the greatest spiritual masters. I was giving class in Los Angeles, California, in a temple there many years ago. So I mentioned this, that Narad Muni must have. Narad Muni is a snake disciple.
Kailash.
Huh? Yeah, what's the name of that snake?
Sheshnath.
No. There's a
Kailash.
yeah.
Kailash
Story.
Yeah, he has a disciple. He's a snake, but the children taunting him, throwing stone at him, at the snake, right? He has kings. He has poor people. He has princes. He will, Hariasbas, Hunter, Medigari. And he says, Maharaj, where did you hear? Where did you hear that he is the? He asked in the last question when I asked for any question, Maharaj, where did you hear that Narad Muni has the most disciples? Well, based from what we've heard from the Bhagavatam. And I asked him, if you heard of anyone who has more disciples than Narad Muni, please tell me. Because usually the devotees, they will always ask, where is the proof? Where is the proof? Sometimes you cannot say what is the proof, but just realization, isn't it?
Yeah.
Who can have more than him? Right now, he's still continuing giving initiation. So, in any case, Narad Muni is very special. He's one of the Mahajans also. So we will continue tomorrow, if that is okay. We've been talking for like almost an hour and a half here. Is there any question or comments? No, she has a question. Any points you want to ask based from what we have discussed this evening? Tomorrow is Pralad Charita. Okay. And then we will hear more. Any questions from these young ladies? Hmm? No?
Maharaj, I had a question
Mhm.
about Nrisimhadev. You said he's like the Lord of protection,
Lord of love.
Lord of love.
Lord of it's okay.
We
Lord of love, Lord of yoga, Lord many.
we
Mhm.
pray for his protection. That whenever, so my question is like, whenever we need protection, then we tend to pray to him. But
Mm-mm.
other times we pray to Krishna. So like,
There's no
is that
difference.
okay?
There's no difference. It's like before we travel,
Yeah.
we always sing this song. We chant that Nisingha prayers. One should also, if you can chant the Nisingha Kabacha. If it says that you chant so many thousands of them, which will take many years, guarantees you go back to Godhead. Yeah, you can pray to the Lord. It's like in India, they all the yagyas start with offering to Lord Ganesh.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he is the Lord of auspiciousness. Yeah,
And we-
that doesn't mean that we have Ganesh deity. No, we pray. But Lord Nrisimhadev is very special. The protector of the Sankirtan movement is Lord Nrisimhadev in Mayapur. We last March, just before Gaur Purnima, I was there, and Brajabilas Prabhu, yeah, Brajabilas, yeah, TOVP, yeah, it's a good friend of mine. So I was in the ILS meeting, leadership sangha, and someone called me, Maharaj, please come. So we also they're doing yagya, Nisingha Homa and auspiciousness, because they laid the bricks for having the largest yagya shala in the whole planet. They will perform yagya for the next 10,000 years for the protection of our movement. But they've been doing it also for the last 35 years, nonstop. So that Yagyashala is just besides the TOBP. And every day they will do Yagya for the next 10,000 years. So it's very, very inspiring because they can do that. They can do that in Mayapur. They have the land. So Lord Nrisimhadev, the emblem, the logo of TOVP, Lord Nrisimhadev. Yeah, I have it in my. Let me see if I can find it here. I have it in my cell phone. Let me see if I can find it immediately. I hope I still have it. No, I cannot find it now because I'm not connected to the internet. Oh, this is the one. They have like a bullock cart there. Have you seen a bullock cart? Anyone of you have been to Mayapur lately? They have a Prabhupada village, a new guest house facility right there. Okay, you can see. You can see Lord Nrisimhadev. Yeah, that is the main logo of the OBP. And 2027, hopefully, they'll inaugurate the new temple. And right now, they're having a campaign of having this coin they dedicate this campaign to our Guru Maharaj. His picture is there in that coin. There's a gold, silver, and bronze. Any donations for the next 13 days, starting from Akshaya Tritiya, any donations that will come in, Ambarish Prabhu will match it, just to help complete, so that they can inaugurate. It may still take few years to finishing, but the inauguration, hopefully Lord Nrisimhadev also. That's the first wing that they open, isn't it? The temple. Lord Nrisimhadev is very special. So when we pray to Lord Nrisimhadev for protection, that is the same as praying to Lord Krishna. Because as we mentioned earlier, there's no difference between Lord Krishna, Lord Ram, Lord Chaitanya, and Lord Nrisimhadev. All of our artics always end with Lord Nrisimha prayers. Any other points or questions? Yes, go ahead.
You mentioned that Lord Nrisimha doesn't have a mother or a father. Does it have any significance? Because usually when the Lord appears, he has a mother.
Yeah, that's what.
So
No, he comes out of his own free will. Yeah. We can just imagine who is his father. It must be a lion also, half man, half lion. No. He appeared from the pillar. He doesn't have, we never heard that he has a father or mother.
That's why there is one kshetram in Maharaja, in one kshetra. Earlier you mentioned about Ahobilam. There is one more, maybe you might have visited many times, Simhachalam.
Oh, Simhachalam.
So the same thing, the pillar he manifested. Nrsimhadev came from the pillar, and still the pillar is there. And later it was discovered by manifested by King Puruvara. And still we go there and worship because he's in so ugra roop to keep him calm. And they manifest as Varaha Lakshmi Narasimha Swami, and they do the Akshaya Tritiya Chandranacham to keep him cool and calm. The Nijarupa Darshan. That's why we call it, as he came from the pillar, we call it as Swayambhu. And that's how, that's also one of the reasons they used to be. No parents, like what Narasimha came from the pillar as his own form, like a Swayambhu, half man and half lion.
Yeah. There is a Nrisimha Murti. You have to go through the water. You have to swim.
can be that.
The water is up to here. And then once you go through that, it's like a small tunnel or whatever. I've never been there. You have been there? You have to swim. And then you'll see Lord Nrisimhadev. He has many forms. Dhruva, my friend, he also published second book. Thicker, more temples are there. Yeah.
Maharaj,
Yes.
so on the same point, I think Gaur Maharaj writes a book. There he mentions that when Lord Nrsimhadev came and after killing Hiranyakashipu, Prahlad Maharaj was being sent to pacify him. And Prahlad Maharaj sat on his lap, and then they both exchanged love. And then from there, Lord Nrsimhadev has a desire to have parents. So he appeared as Lord Rama. And then when he appeared as Lord Rama, he has two desires.
Yeah.
And then due to that, and the desire is basically because in Lord Rama he has friends, but he could not play with them. All of us worshipping as all reverences.
Yeah.
And then the rishis, they wanted to have association of Lord. So he has two desires in Lord Rama's appearance. So because of that, he came as Lord Krishna
Yes.
to fulfill those desires.
Yeah.
And Lord Krishna has three desires,
Mm.
and that's how he appeared as Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Mhm.
So Maharaj writes in this section that Nrsimha Avatar is the where Krishna's desire to have parents to exchange the loving
Mhm.
reciprocation with them.
Mm-mm. Mhm. Sure. Yes. There is no explanation like this in any other religions.
Very nice. Yeah.
Their understanding of God is that He is great, but how great is God is limited in their understanding. And in our philosophy, in our tradition, God can manifest Himself in many, many ways. Yeah. And especially Rasovaisa, He is the source of all mellows relationship. Good, good. Anything else? Otherwise, we end here.
On the point, Maharaj, that you said,
Hmm.
there's this chivalrous mood
Hmm.
between
Bhishma.
and Krishna.
Mm-mm.
But also you said Shishupal was offensive
Mm-mm.
towards Lord Krishna.
Yeah.
So that is not cannot be considered. Sometimes they say that Kamsa was also remembering Krishna, but out of fear.
Yeah.
Fear.
Yeah.
So that cannot be considered devotional service because it's
No,
always
it's
remembering
not.
Krishna, but in a negative way.
Negative way, yeah.
So that is not classed as devotional service.
No.
But Putana
Mm-mm.
came. Is that devotion? That's not devotional service.
The mood that she wanted to do, the mood that she wanted to feed Krishna.
Yeah.
Krishna only sees more the good side. In Shishupal, he may be thinking, but his intention. What is in bhakti? What is more important is not the action; it's the intention, the purpose. One may be very, very busy doing many things, but what is his intention? I want to be known that I am the greatest devotee here, or I should be the most popular. Everyone should recognize me. But that is not bhakti. What is more important is why you're doing what you are doing. And Shishupal, his intention is always to criticize. He may be thinking all the time. This is one of the boon that Lord Narayan told to this giant Vijay, that you will always be thinking of me. Your thoughts will always be on me. Yes. Kamsa is different also. He's thinking of Krishna, but he wanted to kill Krishna. So that is his intention. That is his purpose. But Putana's intention is to feed Krishna, but killing him also. But the thought of feeding Krishna is higher than the killing. Yeah, that's a motherly affection. Even though the purpose is to kill, but the way she wanted to kill is, let me feed him like my baby. That surpass everything. Yeah. Mm-mm.
And that's the reason I think Srimad Bhagavatam, they mentioned once she left the body, or earlier we mentioned like she's like.
Oh, her fragrance. Her fragrance.
From the body.
When they burn her body, you can smell miles away.
Yeah.
And fragrant.
Yeah.
Fragrant. Yeah. Even though her form manifests the way her original form, a Rakshashi. But because she was touched by Lord Krishna, she became purified. Kamsa also was touched by Lord Krishna. He dragged him by his hair. Shishupal also But then their position is Jai and Vijay. Shishupal and Dantavakra, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that Ravana and
Ravana and
Kumbhakarna and Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu? And then later on, the Acharya says also that they took birth Jagai and Madai, Jagannath and Madhav. They get the mercy of Lord Nityananda. Even though it says Lord Chaitanya is the most magnanimous incarnation, most merciful, but Lord Nityananda is more merciful than Lord Chaitanya. Lord Nityananda never gets angry, but his anger is external. It's like punishing Raghunath Das Goswami, not like our anger. Anything else? So we stop here now. Sukriya. Bahut dhanyawad. Bahut dhanyawad.
Namaskar.
Hope to see you again tomorrow. Yes? Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Nitai Gaur Sitanath Premanande. Hari Om Tat Sat. Dhanyawad. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.